Are you having fun in your business? I mean, it should be fun, right? Well, sometimes the fun gets overlooked when you're dealing with the have-tos, the complexities of being your own boss and actually running the show. It's my goal that this, the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast, can help reignite your spark of fun by providing tips, tools, insights, and inspiration so you can enjoy running your business in the simplest, easiest, most fun way possible. I'll be sharing practical tips and ideas that you can implement immediately, along with business and money mindset insights to keep you moving forward no matter what's going on around you. I'm your host, Deirdre Amies, the Fun Business and Money Coach and founder of Powered by Personality. Let's play. Hey there, and welcome to the Fun Business, Fun Money podcast. I know we're all here for a fun business that's not only fun to operate, but it generates fun money. And by fun money, I mean take home pay and profit, because that's the good stuff. But we also know the entrepreneur's journey is very much like a roller coaster, where you're riding the highs and hitting some lows on a weekly, daily, or sometimes even hourly basis as things happen. And it's super important to recognize what's going on in that moment and do what you have to do so you can take a step back to reset your mindset, take a breather and all that. In an ideal world, that roller coaster would be more like a kiddies ride. It would be nice and gentle throughout. But that's kind of boring too. You're never going to get the same buzz from that as you do from hitting those incredible high points. So what I want to share with you today is 7 actions that you can take when your business hits the low points. Actually, let's call them slow points, when your business slows down, because low point really isn't appealing at all, is it? It's a slowdown. It's not a complete stop. And a lot of the time, it's stuff that's out of your control. But then some of the time, it is in your control. Unless you've had your head buried in the sand for the past couple of years, you'll know there's a lot of talk of the economy slowing down. We're on the verge of a recession. Some countries are in a recession, all that stuff. Now, economics is not my field of expertise by a long shot, although I did enjoy it as far as financial topics go in business courses because it's not spreadsheets full of numbers. But what is my field of expertise is the mindset around money and getting you thinking and feeling the right way about it so you can make more of it, regardless of what's going on in the economy. Now, before we dive into these 7 actions that you can take, let's just clear up a couple of things. People are still spending lots of money. Yes, the overall economy might be slowing down. Your business might be slowing down, but people are still buying houses. They're still taking out mortgages. They're still taking holidays. They're still buying new cars. People are still investing in coaches, copywriters, web designers, social media experts, and virtual assistants. Marketing, sales, and engagement can all slow down at various times for various reasons outside your control. There's the algorithm that everyone likes to blame. It's seasonal. It could be summer holidays. People are paying more for essential life stuff now than they were a year ago. And you could spend days, weeks, months trying to figure out what's going on. Or you could spend days, weeks, months getting on with the things that you can control. There is money out there. It's available to you, to me, to everyone. We just have to get our heads in the right space to see it. So these 7 actions are applicable right now and in the future for any time that things seem to slow down or change. So let's get into them. The first one is to make space. When things seem slow or not moving, sales and bookings aren't happening, you have to take a step back and make space. I'm talking about decluttering your energy and your physical space. You need to protect your energy and watch out for any numbing out behavior. And this can take the form of overeating, not exercising, or your TV and internet consumption goes up. You need to keep your energy high and eat the best food that you can afford. Make time to get outside in the sunshine or the rain if that's the weather that you happen to have. Get out into the fresh air so you can feel different. Sleep is another great one. You have to make time and space for sleep. And I've shared before how my schedule is set up to maximize my energy each and every day. And sleep is a key part of that. The thing is, you can have input or you can have insight, but you usually can't have both. It's easy to get hooked into spending time and energy on social media and comparing to what everyone else is up to. That's input. It's consumption of other people's content that influences your mindset. So we need to make it valuable, not garbage. We absolutely do need to be on social media, but be there with purpose and intention. Don't get sucked into the feed because that just creates scarcity energy and I'm not good enough. And of course, Netflix is great. I'm all for a good Netflix binge session, but balance that out with something that grows your mind as well. The second one is to gain perspective. Everything that goes up comes down, and vice versa. Business is a cycle. So consider the timing of what you're doing and maybe shorten up your time frame during tougher times. I want you to what can I do really fast in the next week and make a game of it. Set a timer and beat the clock to get it done. What offer can you put out? Share those brownies. I did a previous episode about sharing your brownies and not hoarding your offers and your expertise. It doesn't matter if you just talked about it 2 weeks ago. You have to keep talking about it. You can create more positive energy so you're not limiting your options because that just creates confusion and overwhelm. Like you're sitting in a pool of mud after you've fallen over on the playing field and not realizing that you can just get straight back up out of the mud right away. Find clarity. Get a fresh perspective on what's really going on for you. I highly recommend talking to a trusted business friend or mentor, not just any old person or your spouse. Make sure it's someone that understands you and your business, and not so that they can just shove you straight back out on that playing field, but they allow you to verbalize what's going on for you right now and acknowledge where you're at. They don't have to provide you with a solution because sometimes just by saying it out loud, you'll hear the answers for yourself without anyone else having to contribute. Number 3 is to double down or pivot. And I don't mean this as a reaction because that's a gambling mentality, carrying on with something when you know it's a guaranteed loss outcome. Now, that may appeal to the maverick money archetypes who love taking risks. But for the rest of us, that is a red flag. This is an internal call to action. It's a decision to double down and or pivot, to go all in because doing less doesn't work for you anymore. Choose something to go all in on. That could be getting clearer in your messaging. It could be specializing and niching your focus to a particular area of your expertise that serves a particular type of client or industry. It could be following up on the leads that you already have via DM or email, phone calls, whatever takes your fancy, no matter how long it's been. Everyone is busy. We forget things when they're not super critical in the moment. And to be honest, most people appreciate a nudge or a reminder that, hey, I'm still here to help you solve that problem. Doubling down or pivoting doesn't mean you need to work harder. Just commit to something. Commit to your core content. CORE is an acronym for Create Once, Repurpose Everywhere. CORE. Take a piece of content, maybe you do a weekly video already, and repurpose it. Highlight it to your email list. Share it to all your social media platforms. Take snippets of it for social media posts or quote graphics. Turn a transcript into a blog post. Ask yourself, how can I make more of what I've got going on here already without having to actually do more, to create more? Double down on it. Number 4 is to practice gratitude. Simple, but so effective. This is the overarching theme of the book that I talked about last week, Outrageous Openness by Tosha Silver. Feeling grateful for everything and seeing the wonder, the joy, and the fun that exists all around you in any given moment. I'm sure a lot of people think that if they're grateful for what they've got, does that cut them off from receiving more? No, of course not. You can be incredibly grateful for what you have and be open to more coming to you. It can be as simple as, I'm grateful for 2 sales conversations per month and I'm open to more every week. Number 5 is to choose the story you want to tell. Another simple, clear, and effective action that you can take. You get to choose the story, and you can change it if you don't like the one you've got. Don't buy into the story that's being told by others that business is slow, the economy is slow, nobody is buying. What's the story that you want to tell instead? You can reframe your situation and apply tip number 2. Gain more perspective. Okay, business is slow right now, but it's temporary. Plenty of people are buying what you're selling, and they're doing it at higher prices than you're asking. It's time to get noticed with a clear, concise message about who you are, what you do, and who you help. Be crystal clear about what you want, and then focus on your own excitement and possibilities. It's all working for me. Put that on a post-it note and stick it somewhere that you can see it as a reminder of the story you want to tell. It's all working for me. Number 6 on our list of 7 actions you can take when your business slows down is to release. Now, this one is closely tied to choosing a new story. Release the negative thoughts and feelings about yourself. Get out of the shame spiral. Let go of regret and the, but if only language that comes with holding on to the past. That stuff is done. It's dusted. It's gone. It is history. We can't change it, but we can release the negative energy around it and move forward. If you want some insights on how to do that, I shared my favorite technique way back in episode 24, which is called How to Release Negative Energy and Turn Your Day Around. In a nutshell, it's tapping, or EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. It's weird, but it's super effective, so don't dismiss it purely because it's weird or it makes you a little bit uncomfortable. Catch the thoughts and feelings that you're experiencing. Don't indulge in them. And keep asking yourself, what do I want to feel instead? And then choose a positive feeling instead of this negative thing. What makes you feel excited? grab hold of that and see where it leads you. And number 7 is to choose the meaning that you give to this time, this phase. This time right now, where the economy is slowing down and blah, 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 all of those stories, it's a season. It's not forever. Business is seasonal. There will always be ups and downs. It would be extremely boring and not fun otherwise, wouldn't it? You get to choose what it means for you. It doesn't have to mean anything negative about you or your skills or your future. It doesn't mean you're not good at what you do just because nobody is taking up your offers. It's more likely that you're not being clear and specific enough in your messaging. You're being too broad and general about your expertise, and you're being too broad and general about who you help or work with. Let's face it, you can't help everyone with everything. So make the choice to mean something to a very specific group of people in a specific way. You can choose this time to mean you can be smart, to up-level your processes, fill in the gaps and potholes in your business right now that you've spotted before, but you didn't think you had the time to do it, so that you're well prepared for an influx of amazing clients and more money. You don't have to build your empire in a single day. Just build it in a small way, step by step. So there you have it, 7 actions that you can take when your business slows down or feels like it's slowing down. So let's just recap those. Number 1 was to make space. Get away from the computer and screens. Take a walk. Play with the dog. Snuggle the cat. Do something different. Do all of those things at once if it works for you. But make the space. Number 2 was to gain perspective. Everything is constantly moving and changing, up, down, and all directions. Business is a cycle. It's not static or fixed. Number 3 is to double down or pivot. Choose something to focus on. Make a decision to go all in on it because, let's face it, faffing about isn't serving you right now. Number 4 is to practice gratitude. You're not rejecting the good things that are still to come when you appreciate the good things you already have. Number 5 is to choose the story you want to tell. Reframe your situation and change the story if you don't like the one that you're telling right now. Number 6 is to release. Let go of the negative thoughts and feelings. Tap it out and move on. And number 7 is to choose the meaning that you give this time. You can't help everyone with everything. So choose to mean something to a very specific group of people in a very specific way. Make these 7 things part of your regular mindset practice so you can catch the negative thoughts and feelings before they take hold and derail you completely, like legit slow your business down without you intending to. You can take a day to watch Netflix or lay around in bed when things get tough. But don't let a day become a week or more. I've been there, it doesn't help. Train yourself to recognize what's going on and take action to refocus on what's really important to you. That's what I got for you today. Mindset is a huge part of everything I do, even the parts that are completely practical and implementation focused. If you'd like my support with your mindset as you take action and move your business from slow to warp speed, I'm currently taking on new clients in Ignite, my private business and money coaching program. Ignite is you and me, one-on-one for a minimum of 6 months as we niche, specialize, and up-level every aspect of your business and money. If you're a coach, consultant, copywriter, web designer, or digital creative providing services to other businesses, Ignite is for you. Send me a DM so we can have a chat about Ignite and make sure we're a swipe right match for having the most fun ever. I'm at Fun Business Fun Money, all one word, on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. I mean, you can't DM on Threads yet, but you can tag me. Connect with me on LinkedIn and send me a DM there. I am the only Deirdre Amies in the online world. Or you can email hello@deirdreamies.com if you prefer email. You'll find the links to all of those in the description and in the show notes. Take care, have fun, even when your business feels like it's slowing down, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me. If you found this episode useful, make sure you hit that follow button on your chosen podcast platform so you get the notifications when each new episode goes live and you don't miss anything. If you know someone who would also get something from it, don't be shy, share it with them. One of the best things about being a business coach for online entrepreneurs is helping them make sense of their creative ideas and turn them into a simple, clear business system that actually makes money. A client recently described me as a castle building expert. You've got the big vision and some of the building materials already, but you don't quite know how to bring it all together into a solid foundation. Then I come along and I show you the blueprint that makes sense of it all. I love that analogy. And I'd love to show you your personalized blueprint, the one that's just right for you and your clients. But I can't do that until you join Ignite, my business and money coaching program. So head on over to deirdreamies.com/Ignite for all the details. Fill out the application form and let's talk about building your castle in the simplest, easiest way possible.